And I think that this song does a particularly good job of sort of identifying how those little things become the most important thing in the world when that's all you have.
Welcome back to Dastardly Hamster, where we try to convert each other to our favorite bands. Mika liked the last 2 NOFX songs I gave her, which means I get to give her another one. And if she likes this one, I get to give her a one-off song. So today we're doing Linoleum. I have to give you this song for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's NOFX's biggest song.
Okay.
It's the song most people know them by, and it's a song that probably most punks know too. Like, it's just one of those songs that sort of transcends fandom. People know this song. In fact, this song is probably, if not the most, one of the most covered punk songs ever. And it's covered so much that NOFX actually wrote a song about how much it's covered. And the music video for this song is just a whole bunch of other bands covering Linoleum.
Okay.
It is a song without any verses or any choruses. And I know for myself, those songs are harder to get into because there's no pattern that my brain can sort of get used to or recognize. My hope is that you'll continue listening to it because it is one of those songs that will grow on you. As far as the lyrics go, Fat Mike writes a lot of songs about people who are either homeless or drug addicted or who are often seen as being like on the lower rungs of society. I'm not sure that's what this song is about. I think at one point he actually said he just wrote it about one of his friends, but there's so many things you could take from this that sounds like, at least to me, it is being written about somebody who appreciates the small things and maybe doesn't have the same things that you or I would have, and really writing from that person's perspective. So even though the lyrics will at points sound like nonsense, I do think they do have a deeper meaning here.
So far, I'm not finding anything funny in here. Yeah, to me, I find it quite sad. That line, everything important to me just seems to fall right down my leg. The issue we've all had with holes in our pockets, but it must be especially difficult when you can't even afford a needle and thread from the dollar store to fix the holes in your pockets, and you can't potentially afford a bag that might replace that. Yeah, I find that very sad. The tone, even the vocals, don't sound comedic to me. They sound like the most stereotypical punk that I would expect. So yeah, just sort of that sneering, nasally voice is kind of what I expected from punk bands going into this.
Okay. Well, that's good, I guess.
I don't mind it. I have nothing against it. Musically, it's what I was expecting you to be playing to me when we first started this. And then, this theme that I'm getting over and over about a floor. You don't have walls and you don't have a ceiling, but you still got a floor.
Yeah, which is why I said, if you don't really pay attention to the lyrics, it might just sound like it's all just jokes, because like a floor, like it's a song about a floor, right? Like that's its only purpose. But if you actually explore it a little bit deeper, it's like, well, actually, there might be something here.
Support my head. Give me something to believe. That's me on the pink side, going the sand. Metal meter in my hand, sporting a pocket full of change. That's me on the street with the violin under my chin, laying with a grin, singing gibberish. That's me on the
Oh, I do like an abrupt ending always.
Yeah.
I found that really sad and introspective. Yeah, you know, this idea of like combing the sand with a metal meter, just trying to find anything, maybe find money, find jewelry, anything that can get you through one more day.
Right.
Sporting a pocket full of change when that's the most power that many people in that situation could feel, is just a little bit of buying power, even if it's only a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
That's what you can get to give yourself a little bit of food, a little bit of coffee, just something to make yourself feel better, if only for a few minutes. Playing on the street with a violin under my chin. There are so many people on the street who have so many talents, and some of them are musical. And I think that that can be one of the few outlets for people who are able to, you know, create music or some kind of entertainment and can afford the materials. So, you know, even a violin, if that gets stolen, there's your income, right?
Yeah.
And your ability to survive. But there are so many people out there that have so many other skills, right? Who, if they had a chance, would be an amazing, you know, dental receptionist,
Right.
or a data analyst, or a construction worker, but they just don't have the chance because they're out there scrounging around for just a little bit of change. They're in the back of the bus, excluded from society, jailed sometimes for the crime of sleeping on a park bench or something like that. And then the me inside your head, you know, I think that that's probably alluding to, we all see homeless people as sort of like a cautionary tale, and that thing that, as long as I can just avoid falling into that same trap, right?
Yeah.
And it's something that haunts us.
It's kind of like the parent who like points to a homeless person and is like, do you want to end up like them? Right? Almost using them as like this negative example. And yeah, I love that line. That's me inside your head. I also took it as like, you know that this is wrong. Like when you see this on like this happening on the street, you look at that and it stays in your head. Like that doesn't leave, right? Like, you know, on some level that this shouldn't be happening.
I think it's a nice change from their other comedic songs, even though I did like the comedic aspect.
Right.
It is nice to see what kind of depth they can have in their lyricism. And I think that this song does a particularly good job of sort of identifying how those little things become the most important thing in the world when that's all you have.
Yeah.
So rating, so even though it's not my favorite type of music, I think that it's probably considered objectively good for that style of music. And because I liked the lyrics enough, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was not expecting that. I'm super happy. I was thinking that this was going to be the hardest one to get you to like, but I'm glad you loved it. So I am also going to give this a 5 out of 5. This is just one of those songs that is timeless. It is like a classic in punk rock. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. I don't think I've met a person, at least a punk rock person, who is like, I don't like Linoleum. It's like, no, you probably like Linoleum. Does that sound conceited? I don't know. It's like,
and
well,
who doesn't like Linoleum?
Right. Okay, I'll just leave it. People can hate me if they want. Love the lyrics, how the vocals are just doing their own thing throughout the whole song. Like it never gets into like a consistent pattern. Like you think it's going one way and then it goes another way and then it changes direction very quickly. So I really like that about it. Just great song.
Popularity never meant anything to us. We're not crazy. Well, that's not true. Like and subscribe.